Fatality. And from the upper bracket, he's won the last 6 major gaming tournaments. He's entered, and he hasn't lost a map or a match today. Toxjq. It's going to be good. Let's get it over to the shoutcasters. Oh, I want some predictions, guys. Who do you like? It's Brett Lutz and Joe Miller.
Well, I mean, it's been a long year, Greg, and there's been a lot of great matches. Even at this tournament, you know, we've seen some absolute crackers. But I'm going to have to say Toxjq, you know, he's gone all these tournaments without losing. He's gone the whole tournament here without losing a single map. No one's going to be able to beat him, I don't think.
I don't know. I mean, Fatality coming in and beating Socrates, pretty good match there. But and that was, like he said in that interview, a very good warm-up for him. I don't know, Joe. I think Fatality, he might have what it takes to finally dethrone Toxjq.
Let's see, shall we? We're about to go underway. Both of these guys are readied up, and they are ready to go. So we're going to get this one underway. The World Series of Video Games 2006 Quake4 Grand-Finals. Toxjq versus Fatality. Take us away, Brett.
All right, starting off the match, Toxjq comes up real big very, very early on with a kill, and looks like we're trying to see what he's going to do after that, and it looks like we're following Fatality right after that respawn. Was able to grab that yellow armor. Watching Fatality now, taking a little bit of fire from Toxjq. He's got to set himself apart a little bit. He's got to take control of the armors. Like we said on Frantic, of course, this is Toxjq's map pick. He's been very, very strong on Frantic this whole tournament. Everyone knew he was going to pick it. Looking very strong so far, still with that only a 1-point lead, but you know what? A lot of people think that first kill, that very, very first kill to set yourself apart from your opponent is the most important kill in the game.
Yeah, that first kill, I mean, it gives you the momentum straight away off the bat. I mean, it was quite an early first kill there as well. So we'll see how Toxjq can really move on to this one. Let's switch it over now to him and see what he's got going on. You see his massive stack of armor there, just picking up that 200. He only benefited an extra 4 points on that. That's how much armor Toxjq had. Of course, the maximum 200 was reached, but a lot of lightning on fire from Fatality. Going to knock him right down in health and armor. 41 health, 53 armor. Toxjq eventually going to force Fatality back into that lower armor room. Take a look here. I mean, his armor sat at 88, 60 health as well. There's 25 health around that second tier of the middle. Going to be utilized quite a lot here by these guys. You'll see that on Frantic. Of course, the other second map that we're going to be going to is Placebo Effect, which is Fatality's map choice. We saw him play it at the Intel Summer Championships, but we've not seen it since from him, really. He's been more of a Monsoon King, but then again, so is Toxjq. Why would you pick it?
Why would you pick that against him? And for Fatality, and you know what? Fatality being the underdog, you know, you wouldn't think that you would hear that, but in this match, he definitely is. Toxjq is the man to beat at this tournament. Now Fatality, let's switch over to him, see what he can do. It looks like we got some grenade play from Fatality, standing up above that red armor room. Toxjq trying to get out of there. Fatality pops him with the rocket. He's going to hold him back in that for just a little bit longer. 2 quick rocket jumps, and Toxjq is out and away. As Fatality now looking up that upper corridor. Doesn't want to get caught by Toxjq. Toxjq knows exactly when to go aggressive and when to be defensive.
Yeah, of course, Fatality's fought his way through the whole loser bracket here. He actually lost out in the upper bracket to none other than Toxjq, and we saw Frantic there as well. 12-7 was the score in that one to Toxjq. A very, very close game. We'll see how close it's going to be. At the moment, it's all square. It couldn't be any closer. But we'll see what the deal is here. Fatality, as you can see, with 93 health and 95 armor. Just taking a look around there. A few more armor shards. Of course, 5 each they're worth when you pick them up. Let's take a look now over at Toxjq. He's going to get that red armor. Vital pickup from him. Those grenades dropping from the ceiling above him. He knows he needs to avoid them. A lot of hyper blaster fire coming from the central area then as well from Fatality. Toxjq going to reply with a few of his own. Steps on a grenade which knocks him into that lava for a half a second. Again, Fatality still outside that red armor room, holding him in, and you can see Toxjq's healthy of 42. There's no health inside this red armor room. If Fatality attacks him now, he's going to be in trouble. Luckily, the red armor spawned, and he's got plenty of armor to work with, but will that health be enough for him to escape?
I don't think it's going to be, because Fatality just hanging out on that outside there, waiting for it. You know, Fatality's got to back off sometime. He's going to go grab those yellows eventually, and it looks like he's not doing it yet. Toxjq still trapped down in at 36 HP. Fatality's just going to work on it. He is going to go aggressive here very quickly. Hyper Blaster and Lightning Gun coming out from Fatality. Toxjq pulls back for the third red armor, and it looks like that rocket jumps out, meets Fatality on the other side, gets 2 rockets off, and Toxjq is in trouble. If he goes for that health bubble, he's going to be in very, very big trouble. Down to 9 HP. Can he get out of this area? This is a very sticky situation. 3 HP and Fatality finally gets that kill right there. He worked so hard for that kill, and then finally pay off, gets the conversion off of that. Very good work from Fatality, staying on Toxjq there.
Yeah, Fatality is great work. If the whole game stays like this is going to turn out to be the best game of the year. Again, we're seeing 3-1 here. Fatality still in that lead. Of course, we are switched over and watching Fatality right now. You can see he's got 70 armor from that second tier of middle, using that machine gun quite nicely there. A little jump, a couple of shots right into Toxjq. He's going to be the one this time that picks up that red armor. Big rocket hit comes in from the ceiling above him, from the vent. Again, going to work onto Toxjq with that lightning gun. Not really doing much damage at that point, but he's picked up that lower yellow armor as well. His armor total is quite high now, 154. He picks up more of those armor shards. More grenades being tossed around. That's one of the more useful weapons on this map is the grenade launcher. Of course, there are multiple tiers, which means you can fire those grenades over, and your opponent doesn't see them coming until usually it's too late, and they decide to walk right on them. Toxjq's at the other side of that teleporter exit platform. You can see the grenades being thrown over the top there by Toxjq again. Through the teleporter he goes. At the moment, still, Fatality has that 2-point buffer to work with. And of course, the thing that we've seen a lot from Fatality this tournament on Frantic is the hiding. You know, he's very, very defensive. Well, here comes Toxjq, really aggressive and too aggressive. Fatality's going to take him out with a lightning gun. He was totally prepared for that one. Looks like we could see a bit of a conversion frag here as well. Hits with that lightning gun. Nice couple of rockets from Toxjq, and a very nice one. He's going to knock his health right down. But again, he's got that armor to compensate. He's going to save it.
Fatality looking very strong. That last kill on that back corridor is pretty much stopping Toxjq in his tracks and getting that kill. So here's Fatality. I'm taking a little bit of damage from the lightning gun from Toxjq. Let's actually switch over to Toxjq. He's the one who's got the work to do at this point. Still a 4-1 score. Toxjq now sees some grenades coming out. Fatality is really working those grenades. He's doing a good job almost this entire tournament with those grenades. We've seen some dead-on grenades here, and Toxjq finally getting out of there. Doesn't have very much HP, turns around and he kills himself, and that is something that you do not see. Take a picture of that, because I doubt that's going to happen again. That's going to get rid of that point that Toxjq had on the board. A 4-0 score now. Toxjq faces again a Fatality with a full lightning gun, trying to get out of the red armor area. This has been a very bad, sticky situation for Toxjq. Prediction rocket all the way across the map, takes him out. What happened, Joe?
Yeah, that was a mid-air rocket, something that you see not on such a regular basis, and especially not going at that sort of speed. But there goes Toxjq again with a reply, and he's going to bring this back to a 4-point game. We'll see what he can do, see if he can get himself back into this one. I believe that he can. You know, this guy is an absolute machine. It's not often you see him make mistakes. We've seen him do it once already in this match, killing himself earlier on. He's managed to claw that one frag back. Opens up with a lightning gun onto Fatality. That's not really going to make much for him. Again, that rocket missing the platform on the first attempt. See what he's got to work with. Let's take a look at Fatality, see how he's faring up at the moment. He's sat there with no armor whatsoever, which is not a good sign for him. He's going to finally get that lower yellow armor, which he desperately needed. If Toxjq could have came into him, then he would have been really in trouble. And again, he's been chased down with the lightning gun. All his armor's gone once again. That lightning gun from Toxjq took it all off him.
Yeah, Fatality now with no armor. You know what? This is, I did call Fatality for the prediction, but this is surprising a lot of people, especially with the self-kill there from Toxjq. This is an absolute surprise here. 5-1 on Frantic against Toxjq. Fatal1ty winning. Who would have thought it? Well, only at the World Series of Video Games, folks. We do have 9 minutes gone in this match. Time is running down for Toxjq. I don't think I've ever said that. Time is running down for Toxjq.
I don't think it ever has been running down for Toxjq. That's the problem.
I don't think so either. A look back in the match here, and Fatal1ty right now, we're watching him. He does have a pretty good armor stack, and Fatal1ty sees Toxjq, and they both miss rockets in the middle of the air. And here is the lightning gun from both players, and Fatal1ty ultimately walks out the winner in that situation. Didn't get a kill from it, but he didn't get killed, and that is a good thing. 26 HP as Fatal1ty's on the run. Toxjq is going to be on the chase. He's able to get away.
Yeah, I mean, of course, these guys are strong, you know. We've got 4 points here, we've got 5 minutes left, and Fatal1ty is going to kill himself. Not good news, and it comes back to a 3-point game. Only 3 points in this one now. It's super, super close, and we don't have all that much time left remaining here. Watching Toxjq now, he's the one that's doing the chasing at the moment. He's 3 points behind. In comes Fatal1ty, blows Toxjq away. One brilliant rocket directly into his chest, and a second one to finish off, and he extends that lead once again to a 4-point.
Still watching Toxjq now, as he's the one who has all the work to do. Down by 4 points in the first map of the Grand Finals. Playing for lots of money and a shiny new Rolex. As Toxjq now spamming some rockets. Fatal1ty's actually caught in that red armor room. Of course, Fatal1ty makes his way out of there. Toxjq going to be on the chase. Nice rocket all the way down that upper corridor here. Toxjq knows it's time. It is time to get things done.
Yeah, let's take a look at Fatal1ty. It was hit with a really, really direct rocket there. He's managed to recover a little bit since then. He's actually got quite a nice little chunk of armor. In comes Toxjq though. These guys going head to head with the lightning guns. It's going to be Toxjq coming out on top again. 3 points, and it's all getting a little bit closer here. We've got 3.5 minutes remaining. Definitely enough time on a map like Frantic to do this. Again, Fatal1ty is hanging around this middle area. He doesn't want this lead to pull away from him, fall away from him. See that Toxjq again is coming chasing in. He knows what needs to be done. He knows that to get this job done, he's got to go super attacking, because Fatal1ty can run pretty nicely around this map and evade really, really well. Again, Toxjq coming in from above. Fatal1ty is going to drop away with that yellow armor pickup. 26 armor he's got at the moment, and this is the exact position we've seen him in for quite a lot of his games on Frantic. Sits on this corner. It gives him the ability to either jump down to the left and away through the middle, or up that back corridor there. We're going to see it, and he gets a nice rocket off into Toxjq in the process as well. Toxjq going to come chasing down. Fatal1ty opening up. Look at his health, 28. Is that 50 going to save him? He's in the wall there, but manages to escape with 14 HP. Toxjq spamming those grenades down from above, and in comes with the lightning gun. And he actually forces Fatal1ty into the lava. Oh, what a great work from the machine gun. Fatal1ty, good comeback on that one.
Very good comeback on that one. It was a 4-2 game. Very, very short amount of time. Switching over to Toxjq now, see what he can do. Does have 42 HP. Rocket jumps up through the hole. You know what? Fatal1ty hasn't won a Quake tournament yet. A Quake4 tournament yet. He has not won one. And what a tournament to start winning them. I mean, come to the GrandFinals winless, and you know, do this to Toxjq. It's quite the story here.
I'm pretty surprised, I have to say. I wasn't expecting this at all from Fatal1ty. There's still a long way to go. Even if he does manage to win this map, of course, he's got to win not 1 but 2 best of 3s coming from that low bracket. He's already fought his way through that after losing to Toxjq earlier on in this tournament. But now he's looking for revenge, and so far so good for him. He's got a 3-point lead. Again, we're watching Toxjq chasing him down. Oh, stops in his tracks by the rocket launcher. Great evasive work again by Fatal1ty. Not only did it stop him in his tracks, look at his health, right down to 38. He's not even going to bother about that upper yellow. Look, Toxjq running straight past it. He's looking for the kill, going straight into that red armor room. Manages to get the hit as well, but is it going to be enough for him? Still only got 34 health.
Toxjq moving
here, Brett.
Toxjq moving very, very quickly through the map. We just hit that 1 minute warning, and Toxjq gets a kill and brings it to within 2. And this is the closest he's been in a while. He had it at 4-2 just for a moment. Fatality had a perfect kill right after that. Toxjq in trouble, down to 12 HP. It's going to starve him of the armor. Is that a good decision? I think it is, as Toxjq knows what he has to do. Coming up on that 30-second mark, not much time left at all. If he can get this kill right here, he's definitely going to get it. He's down in there and makes Fatality die in that acid. And look at this, he's got him trapped in there. We do have just a rocket launcher for Fatality. 20 seconds on the clock. He doesn't want to die. 22 HP. Let's switch over to Fatality. Down to 13. It's all going to come down to who gets this last kill. If Fatality gets it, he's going to win. If Toxjq gets it, we will go into overtime. 7 HP.
Shotgun behind him. We've got 3 seconds remaining. 32 HP. He's going to get it. Fatality wins the first lap here against Toxjq. Who would have thought this was going to happen? The World Series of Video Games Finals. First map is going to go over to Toxjq. Over to Fatality, should I say. I'm so used to saying that, you know. And now he's going to move over onto the next map here. It's going to be Fatality's pick. After that, I can probably see him winning that one as well.
I'm very excited for that. He's doing a great job that whole time, playing his defensive game, knowing when to attack. At the very end, Toxjq almost had it. 7 HP there, Joe. 7 HP.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the excitement on Fatality's face over there. He's just... I've not seen him like that for a long while. Of course, he's not won a Quake4 tournament to date. What a place if he can do it here.
Yeah, come in winless in the tournaments, and to come to the grand finals and do this to somebody like Toxjq, who's been so dominant all year long. It's quite the feat. You are watching history, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching history.
That's a maybe. We'll see what happens in this one here on Placebo Effect. Of course, Toxjq needs to win this one if he wants to force this one into a 3-mapper. Of course, he still has that extra little buffer with the fact that that Fatality needs to win 2 best-of-3 sets. Even if Fatality wins this, he's got to start all over again. We're going live via Placebo Effect. The second map, Fatality 1-up. Let's take it away, Brett.
All right, we're getting started on this one. I am on Fatality. He was able to grab the red right off the start. Looking at Toxjq, he doesn't have any armor at all. And Fatality right on the match with a well-placed rail shot. 1-0 Fatality.
Yeah, I'm kind of speechless at the moment. You really rarely see this. And again, Toxjq going to get railed. And we saw that railgun from Fatality earlier on against Stillface, which is so very deadly. After this red arm pick up another kill. It's 30 seconds into this game. What's going on? Fatality is 3-0 up. Is it the crowd? Is it the pressure? Toxjq is falling apart.
Toxjq is falling apart, and you know what, I don't think I would ever hear that, like I said, but you know what? Toxjq with 50 HP did hit a rail there, so he wants to slow this game down, and Fatality comes in with another kill, standing on that red armor. Toxjq really has to put his game over. Let's switch over to Fatality. He's in the lead. He's got the momentum. He's making the shots that everyone wants to see, so let's take a look at him. As Fatality now is popped up, and no real damage coming from it. Still sitting at 109 HP. Got 44 armor. He needs to pick up that red, which he's waiting on it. He wants to grab that red. Toxjq is down below, and the red is there, and Fatality picks it up with a 4-0 lead on Placebo over Toxjq. Fatality is looking very, very strong, Joe.
Yeah, great lead so far. I mean, we're only a minute and 38 into this one. And of course, Fatality took that one. If you're only just tuning in, then you know, that's how it's going at the moment. Really, really awesome. Fatality is going to have to win this next lap and then force it through again. But he's doing a great job of it out at the moment. There's the middle five. 5-0. 1 minute and 55 seconds in. Just barely 2 minutes. He's already got the 5-point cushion. Looks like it could be more. And it's going to be more. It's going to be a 6-point cushion. This is what we were talking about earlier, Brett. Fatality in the limelight, in the media spotlight. This is where he just goes crazy.
This is where he really shines. He's had so much attention from the media, and he knows exactly how to handle that pressure. This is blowing my mind here. 7-0. Fatality up over Toxjq. Toxjq, switch over to him and see where he's at, see what he's doing. Looks like he does have only one armor left. He's being starved, is exactly what's happening. He's only able to get in on the yellow, which he gets in there right now. Takes a lot of damage. I mean, that 50 armor's immediately cut down to 24 as soon as he grabs it. So, you know, he's starving Toxjq, and Toxjq is pretty much begging for something, and he's just not getting it.
Yeah, 8 HP there. Just inside that red armor. We've not even talked about the map placebo yet. We've been too busy in the action. Fatality already up by a huge margin after such a short period of time. Of course, placebo effect here does have the red armor, does have the yellow armor, and of course that mega health as well. All three at the moment are seemingly being controlled by Fatality. Let's take a look at him. You can see 199 health. That was up at 200. He's going to go attacking into Toxjq. Oh, he just gets out of range of the lightning gun, and then into the range of the railgun straight in front of him. Easy kill. And again, on the conversion, is Fatality going to stop? I mean, Toxjq's never played like this. We've never ever seen Toxjq play like this.
Fatality has completely thrown Toxjq off of his game. And look at the kills just raining in from Fatality. 11-0, just 3 minutes and 50 seconds in. We haven't been playing too long. Another rail hit across the map. People around the world watching this who know these two guys right here, jaws on the floor. Unbelievable, Joe.
Yeah, Jaws will be on the floor. I mean, mine's on the floor at the moment, and that's why I can't really speak too well. You know, this is just great. Again, Toxjq forced to his death that time by Fatality's lightning gun. He went off just at the right time, and he hit the ground. No health, he died, and then he's going to get the conversion frag as well. 12 to -1 is the score at the moment, and we've not even had 5 minutes yet.
Haven't had 5 minutes at all. And taking a look, we're going to switch over to Toxjq and see if we can find out exactly what's going wrong. Toxjq with the kill, his first kill, and it's going to bring him back to 0. Toxjq now taking a lot of damage from the machine gun, and Fatality waits for it to come down and does a very good job getting another kill. Will Fatality be able to get the conversion here? As Toxjq with that Hyper Blaster working on Fatality a little bit. Rocket launch is going to pin him back, and that is the conversion right there, and he grabs 14 points up over Toxjq. And we've only played for 5 minutes, Joe.
We have, and if we continue like this, it's going to be not just beating Toxjq, but thrashing Toxjq, you know. 14-0. He's made 1 kill so far. It looked like he was going to get a second, but Fatality made some awesome moves and managed to get that. All gone quiet right now. We can see that Fatality just hanging around, looking down at that red armor. See where Toxjq is. He's around the other side. He's doing exactly the same. Here comes Toxjq. Hyper Blaster flying. It's not really going to make much contact. Once again, Fatality going to go a little bit more aggressive, landing a couple of rockets just at his feet. Not really doing too much damage. You can see Fatality's armor is sat up at 160. 88 health here as well. That's going to go right up to 200 as the mega health's picked up. Surely he's going to be able to get another couple in a row here. Almost got that full stack. Here comes Toxjq. Toxjq just picking up that yellow armor and some more nice lightning gun working again. Toxjq kills himself, and after getting himself off -1, he's back down there in those lowly minus figures. He's going to go for the pummel here. Fatality surely not going to let that happen. I mean, Fatality can do it to me. He did it to me in warm-up earlier. But he's not going to let Toxjq do it to him.
Still following Fatality here. It looks like Fatality's down pretty low, and another kill coming in as they got a double kill. They both killed each other. Watching Fatality as he's up on that upper end, and he's going to go for the mega. What he's going to do here. Fatality really in control. Doesn't have the red though. He doesn't have very much armor, and grenades hitting Toxjq, doing a good job. As still sitting at 100 HP, needs to go pick up some armor. The yellow was picked up by Toxjq there. Fatality now making his way over to the upper side of the map, waiting for that yellow there. It was just picked up by Toxjq not too long ago. Toxjq has to starve him now. Switch over to Toxjq. He has to starve him. He has to take away those armors. Keep getting them. He went over for the mega health, and there was Fatality right on it. Stole it in front of him, and Toxjq picks up a kill. And things could be looking up, but no. The machine gun brings it 17-1, Joe.
Yeah, saved by the mega health, at least for a few seconds, so Toxjq's pulling quite close to him there. But again, you see that Toxjq going hell for leather, trying to get this score deficit back. LG from above, and Toxjq could be in trouble, down to nothing. LG totally destroys Toxjq there. Going to go straight in as well, quite attacking from the spawn. With that lightning gun, going to pick up some armor shards and makes it as well. Fatality really should have killed him. But as it was, it didn't. It's now 18-2. Toxjq keeps dropping down. Not much health left himself here, and Fatality's going to get up there with the LG, and as he does, he breaks it out. Toxjq's going to fall. The spawn is next to that yellow armor, though. 120 health. It's the armor from that, but again, Fatality coming super aggressive right into it. This is what we said that needed to happen here, Brett. They need us to go super aggressive and play his game, and another lovely mid-air rocket.
Well, Joe, I mean, do you think that, you know, Fatality, hearing that interview from Socrates, do you think that that could have been a curse on Toxjq, hearing Socrates saying, you know what, of course Toxjq's going to win. Do you think that that is inspiring Fatality to play like he is?
I'm not sure what's inspiring Fatality to go. He's absolutely on top of his game now. We're at 20-4, and this is not a score you ever likely to see against Toxjq.
Switching over to Fatality now, sitting at only 23 HP. Toxjq is picking up a lot of kills now. The thing I notice is when he does get a kill, the crowd isn't as loud as Fatality's. And you know what? I don't know if that's affecting Toxjq at all, but checking out this one right here, Toxjq working really good with that LG. Pushing Fatality all the way down. Mega health on its spawn, and Fatality waiting there for it. And there he is with the machine gun. He's had a lot of machine gun kills. Not backing off. You know, usually players with a machine gun think that they can't do it, and they back off, and they get a lot of machine gun or of lightning gun on them as they're backing off.
Yeah, we can see that Toxjq coming in a nice rail, really close range stuff there. Again, a bit of a battle on this yellow armor. Again, Fatality makes it with the machine gun. And that's, I mean, obviously off the start, he went 3-0 up in like 30 seconds or something. And that's one of the things that really did it for him. Toxjq going to reply again. So let's switch it over here to Toxjq. Fatality got that yellow off the spawn, but Toxjq is on him. He's going to chase him through the teleporter. Actually, the rocket went through that teleporter. And it hit Fatality and took him out as well. Again, Toxjq maybe in a little bit of trouble. 32 health, 4 health, no health. As again, the machine gun comes out for Fatality. Wipes the floor with Toxjq, and he's now 25-9 in the lead.
Toxjq working on Fatality again, and he took a lot of machine gun fire right there by that red armor. Standing on the yellow armor spawn, and Fatality replies with 2 rails. And that is going to be another kill on the board for the American. Toxjq sitting at 118 and only 15 armor right after that respawn. Picks up that mega health and gets ready for the next battle. And wow, nice hyper blaster work there from Toxjq all the way across that area there. Gets 10 points. You know, he's clawed his way back from -1 all the way to 10.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of kills, but let's face it, he's not got as many as Fatality, and that's what counts in the end. So we've got 4 minutes remaining here on Placebo Effect. This is the second one. Let's switch it over now to Fatality, see if he can rack any more up. His impressive game so far. He's going to go in for the red armor, he's going to pick that one up as well. Toxjq just up on that lightning gun spawn. Fatality released a couple of rockets. With the prediction, trying to catch him out a little there. 100 armor still for Fatality, just picking up a bit of ammo as well. Being hit with a railgun in the process. Getting a bit more help, and in comes Toxjq with a lightning gun. He's flung up in the air, but manages to keep his aim trained onto Fatality. Let's carry on here again. Fatality off the spawn, trying to go to work with that NG. Let's take a look to see how much health Toxjq has left. Good 43 and also that 100 armor, Brett.
Yeah, Toxjq looking real strong in the end of this match. You know, if he keeps this up, keeps the pressure on, and doesn't die, it's possible. It's possible to do it. Not probable, though.
Maybe the greatest comeback ever.
Yeah, ever. 26-13. as he's got to do double what he's done so far just to even tie Fatality. And Fatality right now, of course, in defensive. He is going to be running away from Toxjq as much as he can. Toxjq on that yellow. Here comes Fatality. Gonna end it off with the lightning gun, and Toxjq gets another kill. Waiting for that respawn and seeing when he can go to Fatality again, and a grenade in the face of Toxjq ends it off with the shotgun. Only 52 HP. Will Fatality get another one with the machine gun? And he does. 27 points on the board for Fatality on Placebo. Very good stuff here.
Yeah, Toxjq's actually picked up that red armor this time, and he's going to pick up the mega health as well, so it gives him a little bit of something to work with. We're just about to hit this 2-minute mark here on Placebo. Of course, if Fatality continues like this, he's going to force it into a second best of 3. And again, forcing it through with the railgun, and manages to connect this time. Fatality going to go down. Going to keep pushing Toxjq. He knows what he needs to do. And he played the exact same last time on Frantic. You know, he went super aggressive in the last couple of minutes. It didn't work out for him there. We'll see if it can work out for him here. Manages to get one rail. Gonna miss his second now. Pick up the yellow armor in the process. Gonna go aggressive with Fatality with some great grenades. We've seen this time and time again from Fatality, placing those grenades in front and behind his opponent, and he literally can't go anywhere except walk on top of it.
Yeah, Toxjq falling victim to the grenades there. Not very much time left. We're coming up on that 1-minute mark. Switching over to Fatality here. He's on the chase. He's got 44 HP, but Toxjq coming through that teleporter here. Oh, waiting for it again. And Fatality kills Toxjq and himself.
We've got 1 minute left here, Brett.
We do, and it looks like Fatality trying to end it strong. Heading into the next set of 3. These guys have to play again. It's going to be really hard for Fatality, but you know what? With this momentum, I think he can definitely pull it off.
Yeah, he's got the momentum going. Toxjq's trying his hardest, but again, that MG comes from Fatality. We've got 30 seconds left, 25 seconds really. Around. You see that Hyper Blaster coming through the teleporter, and quite a lot of it actually hitting Fatality. What a lovely rail, just as Toxjq drops down for that red armor. And again, it's taking time. Those rails flowing through freely here for Fatality. 31-19 is the score, to 10, sorry. And here goes. Again, 31-18. The final score, and the crowd on their feet, the whole back row. Understand, you know, Fatality's got a massive following here. He's accomplished 50% of his mission. He's only got to do the last 50 if he wants to win.
And actually, Toxjq actually collapsed for Fatality as the end of that one right there. 31-18 on Placebo. Fatality beats Toxjq 2-0, and that's Toxjq's first loss in this tournament. It's actually first loss of a map in this tournament, Joe.
Yeah, and of course he's not been down in that situation since ISC. I mean, he was the one that had to come back from the low bracket, you know, so this is going to be tough for Toxjq.
It is going to be.
Everybody in this crowd is from Fatality and wants Fatality to win. Everybody on the internet wants you to win. Let's do it for them. Play smart, play your game.
Fatality has forced the final best-of-3 series of the season. Someone is going home with $20,000 and a brand new Rolex. Watch. Time to jump back into the action.
Okay, so we are back into it, and we've had a bit of a map change here as well. Of course, last time we saw Frantic and Placebo effect. Toxjq has changed his mind now. He's going back to good old Monsoon, where he's been doing absolutely great this whole tournament, and of course throughout the year as well. So we're going to see Monsoon first by the looks of things, and we are going to be going live right about now. So it's Toxjq versus Fatality, the second set in his best of 3, and already off the start, both of these guys spawning right in front of each other. And almost, Fatality was almost taken out there with that railgun. Only 26 health he's got at the moment. I mean, this is just like the start on Frantic.
It is, and you know what, this is an interesting switch over to Monsoon instead of Frantic, because you know what, Fatality has been picking Monsoon over everybody. Looking at this one right here, we're actually watching Fatality, and he does have 138 and 50. health armor respectively. As he's waiting here on that yellow armor spawn, saw Toxjq for just a second. He was pushed back by the rocket, and Fatal1ty was able to grab that yellow. Let's look over to Toxjq to see who is going to get the first kill. Will he be able to do it? Toxjq has never had his back up against the wall like this. Or at least it hasn't been a long time, Joe. In your opinion, from what you've seen so far, who's going to get that first kill?
I mean, it's difficult. We can see that Toxjq at the moment has got a nice big stack, and this is what he does perfectly on Monsoon. He can control everything about the map, and he literally just runs around in circles and frags his opponent to massive magnitude, you know. 137 health, 182 armor. As again, it takes a peek out towards that red armor area. Grenades being used just to cover his back there a little, as he picks up that red armor, and he hit the full 200 stack of armor there. And I just saw Fatal1ty flash by to his left. I'm not sure if he saw it. I think he did, judging by those prediction rockets. Fatal1ty just at the other side of the wall. Again, managing to hit, but still no kill yet. We're almost 2 minutes into this one here on Monsoon. Both players know there's a lot at stake. They don't want to risk anything. Lovely rail shot there from Toxjq. And he's going to go chasing in. Red armor being stolen by Fatal1ty this time. Toxjq again going to be spamming those grenades down low. Trying to get something on him. Through the teleporter he goes, and again, that yellow armor going to be picked up, but there goes Fatal1ty onto the mega health. A big lightning gun battle here. Toxjq not got much ammo. He can keep ticking out quickly, but he manages to get the kill, and he goes into the lead. He's up now after 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Right after that, we're switching over to Fatal1ty, and another kill coming in for Toxjq, and this is exactly what he wants and exactly what he needs. Toxjq now working on Fatal1ty again, and another kill coming in here. Fatal1ty has got to get some armor. Didn't have any armor at all in that last encounter. Picking up the armor shards there. As he's now heading into the red armor room, takes one rocket, takes two, third one, and a fourth, and the fifth one finally comes in there and takes him down. Excellent rocket work from Toxjq. The Swede is looking very good, very determined. You know, taking that loss right there, it's got to be getting at him. They 5-0 score in favor of Toxjq. This is an exact mirror of what we saw before. In fact, Fatal1ty finally on the board. They kill each other. Both going to go up 1 point, 6-1. Let's see what Fatal1ty's doing, Joe.
Yeah.
Toxjq.
At the moment, he's got the mega health under control, you know. He's just chilling out, pretty much looking for a little bit of armor to work with. Got nothing on him at the moment. There's those armor shards just down below him on that grassy area that he can utilize. There's 5 of them down there, 5 each. You know, so 25 armor wouldn't be a bad little pickup right now. He's got nothing. He's going to go contesting for this. Red armor manages to make contact with a rocket as well. And he's going to wait for that mega health to spawn in. A lovely prediction. Rocket coming down, landing at his feet, managing to get the lightning gun kill as well. He's 7-1 in the lead. Picks up that yellow, and he's going to go again. He's going to keep going and going until he's got a comfortable lead here.
Toxjq now working on Fatal1ty as Fatal1ty tries to get out of that red armor room. It spawns, and Toxjq hits a rail onto Fatal1ty and takes a 7-point lead here, and Fatal1ty in a little bit of trouble, but Toxjq down pretty low. Has to go retreat and back up, pick up some HP, and a rocket behind Fatal1ty boosts him forward and pretty much stopped mid-air with a great rocket from Toxjq. Fatal1ty is definitely in trouble on Monsoon, and you know what? Fatal1ty has been playing Monsoon the entire tournament. He picked it for every one of his matches except for that last one where he picked Placebo. The switch in this one is Toxjq has actually picked Frantic. Or he picked Frantic the last time he's picked Monsoon, so the switch is definitely paying off. A little change of pace, and that could be, oh, did you see that rocket all the way across the map? What happened there, Joe?
Yeah, he basically was just playing a bit of prediction, and Fatal1ty was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, walked straight onto that one. Nicely played by Toxjq. He's going to go through this teleporter again. He knows where Fatal1ty is. He saw those grenades being pushed down towards him. forced him away, at least away from that mega health. Now he's going to go on the attack once again. Those armor shards belong to him, and he's going to go try and take something away from Fatal1ty's 12 to 1 up. And maybe those wise words from Too Good, who was sat in the audience, have done Toxjq some good here. Pushing down again and again, he's going to make the kill. 84 health, no armor for him at the moment. We're just about to hit 6 minutes gone here on Monsoon. More prediction rockets coming out, hoping that Fatal1ty will just run into them, take away some of that armor and health that he's got on him. There goes one, he manages to hit one, and a second and a third. He's going to chase him down now with the lightning gun, no armor, risky maneuver, but he knows that he got those hits earlier on, and they can probably afford to do that. Still plenty of health. And there he goes, going to finish it off. Some nice work, very tactical stuff by Toxjq, and he's now 14 to 1 in the lead. Let's switch it over and see what Fatal1ty's up to.
Fatal1ty's getting hit by rail shots and being controlled. Moving around, he does have 36 HP, and he's in that grassy area. You know, Toxjq knows he's there. Comes around the corner, and right after that respawn, another rail coming in here. As Toxjq was pretty much boosted, that was the easiest mega health jump he's ever going to have with assistance from Fatal1ty. Fatal1ty now with no armor, only the armor from those armor shards, and Toxjq again comes behind him. This is an exact repeat, a mirror of what we saw before, except Toxjq is the one doing all the punishing. Remember, Toxjq is coming in from the upper. And after that last match right there, these guys are even. So no matter what, what happened before, it doesn't matter. Whoever wins this is going to go on as the winner, the champion of the WSVG.
Yeah, at the moment, Toxjq's doing a good job here on his map. Probably a wise choice to change things over from Frantic. Next map, of course, will be Placebo. At the moment, that's looking like it could be the decider here for Fatal1ty. Here he's 17 to 1 behind. He's got just over half of the game to go. In theory he could do this one, but I can't see Toxjq slipping up now. We've seen barely any mistakes from him all year. In fact, I've probably seen more mistakes in the last best of 3 than I have from the whole year of Toxjq.
Yes. It's a good statement, because that's about as true as it gets. I mean, Toxjq is known for not making mistakes, and you know, he killed himself a couple times. We've seen him in the negative, which you don't see Toxjq in the negative, but he's definitely in form this one. Let's switch over to him. 125-69. It's a decent stack. He needs a little bit more armor, as he's going to make his way into that red armor room. Fatal1ty is up on top. Toxjq going to stay a little bit to the side. He's going to dodge some grenades. Was able to grab the red, and he's easily going to be able to make it out of that room there. Toxjq doing whatever he wants, and he knows it. He knows he's able to do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he's just picked up that that yellow armor again. Plenty of armor and health, and he manages to get off another rail. A little bit of a whitewash, similar to what we saw last time. So maybe Fatal1ty can put something together, another couple of rails in a row, and a third one from Toxjq. This guy is looking like his usual self here. 20 to 1, Toxjq is up here now. Combination with that lightning gun. He'll probably be wishing that he picked Monsoon in the first place. I guess his choice was judged on the fact that Fatal1ty had done so well on it throughout this whole tournament here. Again, just hanging around in that yellow armor, in that red armor room. Red armor going to be picked up here as well by Toxjq. Let's take a look at Fatal1ty. He's the one that needs to do all the chasing. Needs to put a big comeback together. Got not much at the moment, you know. 19 armor. Got the rocket launcher and the lightning gun. Nothing in the way of the railgun at the moment. Well, that's probably going to be changed in a second. Just hanging out on the exit to that teleporter, waiting for Toxjq to come through. There he is, though. Going to be down below that mega health platform. Manages to hit him with a rail. Hit him with a bit of LG as well, and another nice rail as Fatal1ty drops down in the railgun cupboard.
Yeah, you know, you got to be thinking, what is going through Fatal1ty's mind right now? He's just coming off of a pretty big high. I mean, an emotional high here. He just beat Toxjq. No one else has been able to do that. Take a single map away from Toxjq this entire tournament. He just beat him, pushing it to another set of 3. Now we head into this one, and Toxjq is doing very, very well. He knows at this point it's going to be next to impossible to come back in this one. There's always a miracle, but you know what? I don't think that the miracle is going to happen in this map. It's definitely not over, though. We still have another map after this one, but you know, as far as Fatality goes, he really needs to get himself pumped up and ready for the next match. Looking at this one here, we do have Fatality now. Got a kill onto Toxjq. Got a little bit of cheers from that one. 23-2. 21 points ahead is Toxjq. And you know what, Fatality, he's going to keep playing, and that's exactly his style. He likes to play hard all the time. He doesn't ever give up. If he does ever give up, it's only a couple seconds out. But seriously, look at Toxjq. And here is Fatality pushed down, and Fatality comes up with a kill there. And this is what he needs to do. He needs to get in the mode of killing. He needs to forget about this match and head into the next one with full confidence. We are going to be going on to Placebo. He did just beat Toxjq on there. A couple kills coming in there. And this is basically his primer. This is getting ready for the next map, Joe.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to come back into this one now. I mean, he's got another 3 minutes remaining. And it's going to be, of course, very, very difficult over on Placebo this time. Toxjq seems to go back into the flow of things. But one thing that will help Fatality is the last couple of minutes here. He is the one that's getting all the flags here. The crowd's getting pretty pumped for him now. We'll see if Fatality can actually get anything near to what Toxjq has managed so far here on Monsoon. 100 armor, 83 health there as he picks up another 25. And the second one puts him right up to 100. That mega health going to be on his spawn point. Lovely little rocket jump up there. Toxjq across the way with that LG. Switches out to the railgun and makes the hit as well. Fatality going to try the same, but he's in no real position to be going for any fights at the moment. Picks up a little bit of health and that red armor. Again, that time is ticking away. And of course, Toxjq will be looking. I wonder what Toxjq's thinking right now. I mean, we're going into placebo effect next. What would you be thinking if you were him?
Well, we do have 2 minutes left in this one, and Toxjq's got a commanding lead. You know, as far as what Toxjq's thinking, you know what? I think he's really taking those words from Jay to heart. I mean, he's saying, you know, everyone, a lot of people are cheering for you, man. You know, the studio audience in here may be going for the underdog, but there is a lot of Toxjq fans out there. He's saying, do it for your fans, man, and that's exactly what he's thinking. I'm doing it for them. I'm doing it for me, and I think that he's doing it also for a very nice, shiny Rolex watch.
Yeah, 20 grand as well. So we've got just about 1 minute and 20 seconds to go, and again, we're going to get railed from behind there, Fatality. In comes Toxjq again. The red armor was picked up, but it's not going to be enough. Toxjq going to make the kill. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. Again, Toxjq going super attacking, leaving Fatality down with only 2 HP. Going to be helped out a little by those 5 health. Of course, the LG is not really going to have any effect on those. Taking him out there. And again on the conversion. So just 1 minute remaining here, Brett. This is going to go over to Toxjq. We're going to have a second map, placebo effect, coming up next. We've already seen Fatality take 1 best out of 3. And of course, the second map of that one was on placebo effect. 31-18. It finished in favor of Fatality, that one.
Yeah, we just have about 30 seconds left in the first map of the second set here on Monsoon. Toxjq has really come in here, turned it up a notch, and has really basically turned up the heat on Fatality. Is Fatality going to be able to handle the pressure? Because if he does lose this, if he does lose this next map, Toxjq will be the champion. Fatality's got a really long road ahead of him. Coming up on 5 seconds left. We're almost done here. Toxjq's going to get the last kill. 28-6 in favor of Toxjq from Sweden. The next map is going to be placebo. Let's get the vote in there and let's get it started. What are you looking to see, Joe?
I'm not sure if we're going to see the same as last time. You know, Fatality started off really strong. He knocked Toxjq completely off his game and pushed him into a position where it really wasn't comfy. You know, he fell back a lot, 31-18 in the end. I think Fatal1ty might take it, you know, the way he's been playing it. He definitely deserves to take this sort of map. But I think Toxjq may put up a much better fight this time and probably even take it.
I think so. I think so too. I mean, I think Toxjq is definitely ready for his match. I mean, he was coming into this match a little bit cold. He had a little bit of a warm-up, but Fatal1ty was playing some matches, so...
Come on, John!
Getting started in 3, 2, and 1, and we are getting started. This could be the last match of this whole tournament right here. It could be. It also could be, could go to 3. We're going to have to see here. We're watching Fatal1ty right off the beginning. Some rails coming in here, and Fatal1ty down to only 48 HP. First kill is definitely going to be a very big factor in the outcome of this match, I think. If somebody can get that kill, turn on the pressure, and get going on it, they could definitely have a run at it. And first blood has come in, and Toxjq takes that first kill with just 30 seconds gone on the clock.
Yeah, we'll see how important that's going to be. We'll see if we can string a few together and try and mirror what Fatal1ty did to him before. Of course, by this point in the last set, it was already 3-0 for Fatal1ty. In comes Toxjq once again with that lightning gun. He saw Fatal1ty trying to back into the corner, trying to get out of range of that lightning gun, but it didn't quite help out. Again, that red armor is going to be picked up there by Toxjq. 72 health, 150 armor there as he picks up the yellow as well. So he's got both big pieces of armor under control here. He's going to try and keep on top of the mega health as well. Taking a look down towards that red armor, that rocket launcher area. Moving around on the mega health spawn. It's going to be Fatal1ty coming in from the side and actually knocks him off the platform. Still he goes back up and takes it. Here comes Fatal1ty again, a bit more LG action. Yellow armor being picked up by Fatal1ty. And a bit of a retreat again. Both players trying to get out one shot off with the railgun. But again, another close confrontation. But again, no kill from it. 2-0. This is a lot slower than the map we saw in the last set, Brett.
It is a lot slower. Both the players taking their time, not wanting to make mistakes at all. With a 2-0 lead, that is not very much at all. Toxjq sitting at 28 HP, and a rocket going through that teleporter takes Toxjq down, and that's the first point on the board for Fatal1ty. Let's switch over. At this point, he does have that momentum working on Toxjq, and will he be able to get the kill? And Toxjq with the machine gun doing exactly what Fatal1ty did to him in that first set. And he's trying to do it again as he's going to head through, and Fatal1ty gets the machine gun kill right there and a red armor, and that's going to bring it to within 1 again. As Fatal1ty's in trouble, 12 HP. Heading through that teleporter, and there's Toxjq just on the other side. Lightning gun kill for him. Back to a 2-point game. Toxjq's got to play this. He's got to play his game on here. He doesn't want to let Fatal1ty get even close to any sort of pickups, and you know what? He's just not holding him off of that. But it doesn't really matter. Toxjq's coming in there and strong-arming him with that lightning gun. Very good play there by Toxjq.
Yeah, we've only got a possible 12 minutes left in this season, you know. This is what it could come down to here. At the moment, Toxjq is the one that could end it all in those last 12 minutes here. We'll see what he can do. Again, doing a lot of damage to Fatal1ty. He was up on top of that lightning gun spawn. Let's switch it over to Toxjq and see what he's got. Plenty of armor there in his collection, you can see 143. He just spotted Fatal1ty up on the 3rd tier as well. And in he goes onto that lightning gun. Bit of exchange fire there with both the lightning guns and also a bit of hyper blaster from Fatal1ty. But there goes Toxjq killing himself. That's not something you normally see, but we see it the last couple of games here with the Fatal1ty versus Toxjq matchup in this final. 3 minutes and 48 gone. Is Fatal1ty going to be able to put something back together and get himself back into this game? Another nice rail. That was on to Toxjq there. He's down now to 47 health. Oh, makes the jump down for the mega health. Picked off in midair. And that was a great shot there by Fatal1ty, and he's brought this back to a 1-point game. It's 5-4. We're only just 4 minutes in. Here comes another attack. Rocket launcher switching out to the rail. That health is slowly going away. And Fatal1ty levels it up. 4 minutes and 17 gone. And again, another rail straight off the spawn. And Toxjq is forced to pick up a bit more health.
Fatality is doing what no one has done this season, keeping Toxjq on his toes, making him play the game that he wants him to play, and you know what, nobody's been able to bully Toxjq like this. Very, very surprising. Watching Fatality now, no armor, as we do have rockets coming up towards Toxjq, and Toxjq doing a good job of staying away, but Fatality comes up with the kill with the machine gun, and Toxjq right after that stops the crowd, stops the cheering, because you know what, he got that kill with the machine gun. Toxjq needs to keep this strong if he wants to win this one. Fatality has realized what he has to do. Just a matter of doing it. And you know what, over the past 2 minutes, I'm convinced that he really, really wants to do it. Tied up again at 7. Fatality had the lead there just for a little bit. All tied up. Joe, what's Toxjq thinking? I mean, you know, he's thinking like a robot pretty much. Pretty much how he does usually think. You know, is he saying, you know, I should be more aggressive on him because he pretty much lost a little bit of control to him.
Yeah, I mean, that was just to point out a great play there by Fatality, being shafted from through the whole corridor basically, and basically got down onto that yellow health, the 225s, and that saved him. He had about 2 left. He would have been dead a split second after. Managed to live, and it still stays. A lovely shot, like you say, along the length of that middle corridor, just as Toxjq was going up for the yellow. But yeah, like I say, I mean, he must be a little bit worried by now. You know, he's managed to win his first map on Monsoon. He's already lost that first set, something which is uncommon for starters. But I don't think he'll be too worried. You know, he's got still plenty of time to go in this one. He's only 1 point behind. He just needs to concentrate on getting his control back here. Let's switch it back over to Toxjq. See, he's got plenty of health. He's obviously had that mega health. Also the yellow armor under possession as well here. Taking a look around, trying to spot Fatality. Thinks he's down there near that red armor. Mega health on his spawn as well, and just as Toxjq goes in, Fatality was baiting him, and the rocket hits him, takes a little bit away from him. But here comes Toxjq once again. Good few hits with that lightning gun. Fatality going to reply as well. He drops back onto that 25 health. Toxjq doing the same with the yellow armor as well. I mean, this is a really, really close game here. It could still go either way, Brett.
It could definitely go either way. Fatality now with that lead. He can't do what he normally does, is play that defensive game.
Yes!
Nice rail launcher, and then a second, and Fatality gets another kill and goes up by 2. He needs to separate himself, and Toxjq gets hit with another one, down to 23 HP, and he is going to exit that middle. Fatality is another one! He is doing what most people think was unthinkable. Great job by Fatality here, and it looks like he meets up with him again, and the rocket launcher's coming out, switching over to Fatality. What's he got going for him, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, we've just gone past his halfway mark, and he's now 4 points in the lead here. By the looks of him, he's going to carry on doing this as well. He's 100-100 at the moment. Going to search out to try and extend this lead. Spamming those grenades around, trying to catch Toxjq out and just waiting. Again, more grenades being tossed away. That mega health going to be on its spawn point. It's going to be Fatality that picks this one up. 200-100 spots Toxjq down low, gets hit with the rail. He's going to go chasing though with that lightning gun. Toxjq's forced to back away a little. And that red armor is going to be Fatality's, uncontested and all. 18-18. Again there with that yellow armor.
The momentum here, I mean, for quite a while here, you can't really say that someone has a definitive momentum, but it's definitely shifting back and forth like a game of Pong here, and Fatality trying to prove me wrong and say, you know what, I've got this, I got the game. And he's doing a really good job of that. Lightning gun again onto Toxjq, and Fatality sets himself apart a little bit more from him, 13-7. 9 minutes gone, and another kill for Fatality. He wants to stay in this one. He wants to say, this one isn't over, I'm taking it to a third.
Yeah, of course, we'll stick with this one. We'll talk about what could happen if we go to a third a little bit later on. Toxjq managing to make a kill onto Fatality, though. Still got a long way to come back into this one. A 5-point deficit he needs to make up. He's got just over a third of this game to go, really. See what he can do now. Down low inside that mega health room. Spots Toxjq down on that mega health. And Toxjq's gonna take him down. Quite a risky maneuver there by Fatal1ty. Let's switch it over now to Toxjq. He's the one that's chasing this lead, trying to build this deficit back. More health being picked up there. Still no armor though, which is why he's just stood out on that yellow armor spawn. He's going to collect that as well, and he's looking for the red, but in comes Fatal1ty, steals it in front of him, manages to survive with only 8 health. Somehow, and made the kill as well. He's brought this back now to a 4-point game. It's far from over, Brett. He's going to pick up that mega health once again.
Toxjq is now 4 points away and 5 minutes from winning $20,000 and a Rolex watch and the title of best Quake4 player in the world. Can he do it? Will he be able to live up to the pressure?
We'll see. I don't know about this one. This is going to be really, really tight. He's got 3 to make up. He's definitely got the time. He's definitely got everything else that he needs. It's just a case of will Fatal1ty drop the ball here.
Looking at Toxjq now, and he doesn't have any armor. Looks down, spots up that mega health, sees the rocket come from the other side. Now Toxjq has to run. He's got to run, and he's got to go, and he's got to find Fatal1ty. He does have 100 armor, and if he's able to spawn Fatal1ty, get that kill, and work on that conversion, he could possibly do it. He's not used to being down in situations like this. Don't know if he's too accustomed to it. Of course, he has come back from the losers bracket and won this before. These guys are on even ground after Fatal1ty winning the first set. Very, very impressive stack from Toxjq right here. Almost a 200-200, and he is going for it. He is going to go aggressive around the corner. He actually dropped all the way down, and Fatal1ty's going to be able to run a little bit longer. Lightning gun coming out for Toxjq. The action is getting fierce towards the end of this round.
Yeah, we're approaching only 3 minutes remaining. Still that 3-point gap stands, and Fatal1ty is one of those players that can really, really evade his opponent exceptionally well. We've seen it all throughout the year and this tournament. In comes Toxjq, got a good few hits off. You can see his stack of armor and health. He's forced away from the mega, and he's going to go in. He thinks he can take Fatal1ty down here, but eventually he has to drop down. He's going to go for the red armor. Fatal1ty's in there as well, and he's going to get the kill, bringing it back to 3 minutes remaining. Yellow armor picked up as well. Surely going to get the conversion here. There goes Fatal1ty. Hit the mid-air rocket, and a great one through the teleporter as well. The crowd go wild, and back to 3 points we are, but still plenty of time to go. If Fatal1ty's going to carry on pulling things like that off, he deserves the title.
We're going to keep it on Toxjq for the moment because he's the one that we're seeing Fatal1ty in his scope. He's got to get this kill very, very quickly. Time is running out as Toxjq on that yellow armor spawn. Fatal1ty keeping on that pressure. He's usually doing the running game by now, and he has been for a while, but I think he could be switching up his gameplay a little bit and trying to keep a little bit of pressure on Toxjq. He doesn't want to get fragged here. It's Toxjq waiting there for that red armor. He's got the good stack. He's able to, he might be able to do this. He's got to go on the attack. Picked up that yellow armor, so all the armor's gone from Fatal1ty, and here is Toxjq picking up the kill and bringing it back to within 2, Joe.
Yeah, 2 kills, 2 minutes. That's pretty easy. There he goes again with the rail on that red armor spawn. We're looking now over at Fatal1ty, only 36 health remaining. He's got 1 point lead here. Only 20 health, though. He's in desperate trouble. In comes Toxjq, level things up with 1.5 minutes remaining here of this World Series of Video Games Grand Final. And again, he's being chased down. You can see them getting a lot. You see again, 96-60. Of course, these guys have fought the whole weekend here. Toxjq, the one that's been dominating the whole year long. Fatal1ty, the guy that's never won a Quake4 championship. Who's going to take this one? We're all tied up. I'm so excited for this last minute. We're about to hit it, Brett. This is going to be intense.
This is going to be intense. We've just hit that 1 minute warning. This could be the last of the World Series of Video Games 2006 season. Will he be able to push it to another map? We're going to have to see. We're actually watching Fatal1ty now, seeing what he can do. 117, only 8 armor for Fatal1ty. He's going to pick up maybe his last red armor. picks it up there, and he's going to go for that kill. I don't know if he's going to try to take this aggressive or buy himself a little bit more time by pushing it into overtime. 30 seconds left. Toxjq on the other side of the map, and Fatality on that mega health. Toxjq nowhere in sight.
That could be big.
That could be very big, picking up that mega health.
Yeah, I mean, 20 seconds to go, almost, well, 10 seconds to go now. You know, it ticks down so fast. 15, it is. Red Armor is on its spawn point, and it's going to be Fatality that picks that one up there. He's going to go searching. He's definitely got the advantage here. We're now into overtime. 2 minutes are going to be added to the clock. Still tied up, of course. Fatality with a distinct advantage at this point, with the fact that he's got 160 health, 185 armor. He goes in for that mega health as well. In comes Toxjq with the rockets. Great LT, but look at his health go down. And a great bit of play there by Toxjq with that lightning gun. Puts himself into the lead. Still a minute and 40 seconds remaining, though, in this overtime. We'll see if Toxjq can keep hold of it. Let's switch it over to him now. 77 health, 65 armor. Toxjq. He's just going to keep things tight. He just needs to hold on for this last minute and 20 seconds that he's got going. Dropping down for that red armor. Still looking around. Fatality's going to be around here somewhere. Of course, the time is slowly ticking away. You know, 2 minutes is a lot of time. He can make that run if he just keeps ahead of Fatality at all times. He can do this. There goes Fatality through that teleport. Let's switch it back over to him and see what's going on. We've got 1 minute remaining here in the overtime. Things are getting very, very close. Fatality chasing him down in that lower tier of middle. Toxjq not good. Fatality going to catch him down by the railgun spawn. Level things up again. 45 seconds to go. This is super, super close.
Very close, Joe. We've got 40 seconds left on the clock. We're still following Fatality. He really wants to get this kill and keep this one alive.
30 seconds.
Double overtime is possible if they are even, and here comes the kill. Who is going to get it? Fatality's got those two bubbles on the side, and Fatality takes the lead. 20 seconds left. Will he be able to hang on? It's got only 93 HP. 15 seconds left. Fatality on the run. Here comes Toxjq. Here we go. Fatality gets it. And that pretty much seals it right there.
5 seconds.
5 seconds left and down. And that is going to be it. 18 to 16. Fatality pushes it into the last match.
I'm lost for words at the moment, you know. I mean, it's my job, bro. I still can't talk properly. What a great game this has been so far. Fatality pushing that one back, taking the lead, overtime, and in the last 30 seconds of that overtime, he pushed himself 18 to 16 in the lead. Let's give a bit of a rundown of the scores we've seen so far. 4-3 on Frantic to Fatality. 31-18 on Placebo Effect to Fatality. We move then into the second set, where, of course, Fatality lost the first map 28 to 6. And, you know, he must have been feeling a little bit worried then, and a little bit worried about, 12 minutes through in Placebo Effect again, but then he stepped up his game, got it going, pushed it into overtime, and 18-16 the victor. We're now going to decide on the third and final map. This will definitely be the final map of this Quake 4 season here at the World Series of Video Games. And what a great match we've seen so far.
What a great season we've had.
Oh, yeah.
All year long we've been following these guys around, and to come to a final like this, overtime in the second map of the second set, and Fatality end up pushing it to a third. Could you ask for a better tournament?
You couldn't. Well, you know, this is just so awesome for a tournament game like this. You know, the GrandFinals, things getting very, very close here, and the winner of this map, it's all a level playing field now. Don't forget, Fatality got a little bit of momentum up in that first set, then he was knocked right back down, and then of course he's come back in Placebo once again. We've got Justin, the head admin over there for the World Series of Video Games, just sorting out what this third map's going to be. The players keeping themselves warm on one of the standard Quake 4 maps here, and then as soon as we find this out, of course we'll be moving over there and getting things underway.
Well, the two choices that we have, they're not actually choices. The two sides of the coin that we're going to have is going to be Galang on one side, and then it's also going to be Frantic. And if it does go to Frantic, Toxjq's going to be feeling very, very, very weary on that. Fatal1ty did a great job. Toxjq actually switched his map pick over to Monsoon and dominated Fatal1ty on Monsoon. So, you know, this one definitely could go either way. These guys are having pretty much the games of their life here. Fatal1ty really doing a good comeback. 18-16 on placebo effect.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Fatal1ty's got 12 titles over 5 games, and, you know, he might as well make it 13 in 6.
This will be the 6th game.
That will be the 6th game, and it will be the 13th title. We just need to find out what this last map will be, and then we will find out very shortly. Of course, these guys, I mean, like you said, Frantic's going to be a bit of a weary one for both of them. I mean, it was very close, 4-3, a really low-scoring game on that one. If you go over to Galang, of course, that was Toxjq's speciality. He's sort of transitioned a little bit over to Monsoon, but I think he's going to be just as deadly there.
I don't know if the people at home are realizing how special that 12 titles in 5 games really is. Imagine somebody winning the NBA Finals, going on the next year to win the World Series, going on next year to win the Super Bowl, then the Stanley Cup, and then the World Cup. Do something like that. It's never been done before, and Fatal1ty in video gaming is, you know, he's the only person to ever do something like that, trying to extend it. And I think he definitely could do it. I mean, play like that, staying away from Toxjq at the right times, attacking when he needed to. Some of the smartest play I've seen all year long, Joe.
Yeah, of course. So we've got news. The coin toss is about to take place. Take it away, Greg. The magic finger.
I am very excited right now, guys. Let's keep in mind 2 maps to pick from. Final 15 minutes of the World Series of Video Games. This is what we're coming down to. Heads is Frantic. That's the map. Galang is Tails. Are you ready for this? I'm going to flip the coin, and we're going to find out what they're playing. Ready? Looks like heads. Frantic is going to be the map that we are playing. Guys, you ready to go? Frantic, ready? It's going to be fun. Final 15 minutes.
Going over to Frantic.
15 minutes. Final 15 minutes. $20,000. A Rolex watch. It's all on the line here, of course. The title of the best Quake4 player in the world.
The biggest bragging rights you could possibly have in the video gaming world. These guys are shooting for it right now. I don't think that they're going to warm up too much. They're going to get ready as soon as possible. Toxjq has readied up.
We're going to get going. We are going straight into this one here on Frantic. We've got 2 seconds and 1 second. We are live here in the final tiebreaker map. This is going to be it, and already Toxjq goes bursting out after picking up that lightning gun. 3 seconds in. What a great start for him. He's going to try and continue things here. He's picked up the red armor and just bring it around his circle. Fatal1ty already released that rocket launcher though, and he's going to bring it back to 2-1. A bit of a double kill going on there, Brett. What a fast and furious start we're having.
Well, what we're looking at here is Fatal1ty. I definitely think that Fatal1ty has the advantage on this map. Toxjq is a very strong Frantic player, but taking a look at what we saw at the very beginning, Toxjq winning, not very small margin, but he does have that confidence. Fatal1ty knows, hey, I can do this. I've only got 15 minutes, and I can be the world champion in Quake4. He's got more pride than anybody else, and he can do it, and it looks like Fatal1ty knocked him down, and Toxjq was able to grab a kill right there. 3-1 is your score, and Toxjq is not going to let up the pressure at all.
Yeah, of course, that's exactly what he needs to do. He knows it as well. He's going to go keep hounding Fatal1ty, not let him have the space to move, not going to leave him the items on the map to pick up and really use. You can see that the only thing that he's really got for use at the moment is a shotgun and 94 health. No armor for him at the moment. He's going to wait down there for that lower yellow. Red armor being picked up by Toxjq over the other side of the map. And here comes Toxjq again, lightning gun blazing down that back corridor. Fatal1ty managing to give him the slip a little there from down in the lower area. But again, Toxjq coming in from behind. Fatal1ty makes the jump over onto that jump pad. Didn't reach it though. He was already chopped down by that lightning gun. And again, Toxjq constantly hounding him, coming through the teleporting. Nothing at this point Fatal1ty can do about this. He's finding himself down by a good 5 points. Again, moving away. He's picked up the red armor, but is it going to be enough? Those 3 rockets that have just hit him are devastating, and 6-1 it is as Toxjq finishes him off with the Hyper Blaster.
Do not count Fatal1ty out. He is going to come back in this one and really make this one a game. As soon as he gets that frag that everyone looks for while they're playing this game, he is going to go aggressive at the right time and pick up some kills. Switching over now, we're going to be watching Toxjq as he's playing pretty much a flawless game at this point. Knocks Fatal1ty down by that red armor spawn, and right after the respawn gets a quick kill onto Fatal1ty. Looking at Toxjq now, getting hit after hit onto Fatal1ty, and Toxjq is, wow, he's looking really good. I mean, his LG is dead on. Switches over to the rocket to finish that one off. Not letting Fatal1ty breathe at all, and you know what? The story of Fatal1ty is, it looks like it could be coming to an end. Like I said, though, I wouldn't count him out unless we get such a huge number that it's going to be mathematically impossible for him to come back.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a bit earlier about it being a Cinderella story, you know, and I'm afraid to throw this one in there, but I think it's about to hit midnight. He's got to go home, you know. It's 12-0 down at the moment. Toxjq playing an absolutely amazing game, not letting up the pressure whatsoever. Still watching Toxjq here. Plenty of armor to work with. And you know what? He can just sit back and relax for now. He's only played 3.5 minutes. He's got such a big lead that all he needs to do is make sure that he doesn't die anymore. Again, there goes a few more armor shards for Toxjq. Let's switch it over to Fatal1ty, see what he can do, see if he can build something back. Keep this dream alive that he's got. Again, 101 armor, 56 health. Going to pick up another yellow health bubble. Worth 25, of course. 50 armor being picked up as well, so he's not got a bad little total here now. 144 armor, 100 health as he picks up that 50 health bubble. He's going to go steaming around this corner, or maybe not, as he sees those grenades waiting for him. They would have halted him right in his tracks. Those grenades really being spammed out there by Toxjq. He's actually stood up on the grenade launcher spawn, and you can see the rockets being fired down right in front of Fatal1ty as well. Bit of a lightning gun stream coming down towards him as well. There goes the red armor pickup. So Fatal1ty in a really nice position now, a full 200 health. But Toxjq's not scared. He's going to go in with that lightning gun primed. Manages to take a fair bit away from him, you know, about 70 armor it was, and about 25 health. Toxjq still down below him there on that second tier. And Fatal1ty is forced to retreat with only 37 armor. Let's take a look over at Toxjq. 1 armor and 80 health. And he picks up that big 50 in the middle.
Watching Toxjq now on that red armor spawn. Is he going to be able to get out of there, or will Fatal1ty turn on the pressure? You know what? Fatal1ty's gone. Fatal1ty's nowhere near Toxjq at this point. Toxjq using those grenades. He's only got 1 left. Try to utilize those rockets onto Fatal1ty. Making his way over towards, he's on that upper tier. He does have the high ground. A little bit of machine gun coming out. Toxjq playing that really slow game. I mean, we saw the most impressive, basically the most impressive minute and a half beginning for Toxjq here. Up 12 points very, very early on. But from then on, it's been pretty much the run and hide game, the defensive game we've seen here.
Yeah, he knows exactly what he needs to do, and to be honest, right now he is doing that, you know. I mean, he's just gone past 5 minutes and 50 seconds into the game. He's using a lot of prediction work. He's using those rockets, those grenades to cover all the entrances and the exits to where he stood. Not letting Fatal1ty come at him at all. Not got much health really at the moment. Only 58 health, 96 armor. He's going to pick up another one of those yellow health. And also that red armor, so still plenty to work with here, and he's going to go out and attack Fatal1ty and manages to get the kill as well. Very wise play. That's exactly what you need to do. Build your armor up, wait your time, and of course when you're in the lead you can really afford to do that. If it goes wrong then you just go again, you know. 14-0 it is. 6.5 minutes gone here. And you know, the fact is at the moment that it's been such a close game. We've already seen 4 maps. This is the 5th one, of course. You saw that overtime in the last one earlier on placebo effect. When Fatal1ty came out and forced this one into a 3rd. Toxjq still racking up the kills. Count 15-0. Another pick on that yellow arm, and some lovely hyper blaster fire. He's just demolishing Fatal1ty at this point.
Well, I called Fatal1ty as being the one with the advantage. My foot tastes nice because Toxjq is playing pretty much the game of the year here. No mistakes, nothing at all going wrong in his game, and Fatal1ty is just, he doesn't know what to do. He can't come back from it at all.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Toxjq's been on top of the Quake4 scene all year, and some would argue that he actually deserves to take this one. You know, he's been constantly up there, top of the WSVG points list. He won the Intel Summer Championships. He was second at DreamHack. He won WSVG UK. You know, he's been constantly up there. And he's got all those titles in a row, and it doesn't look like he's going to be losing out here. Again, more grenades being pushed around. That lightning gun is going to come out as well. And Fatal1ty's going to fall on that back corridor. You saw Fatal1ty turn his back for a second there, trying to escape. But of course that LG too powerful for him, and again he's going to have the same effect. Almost took Toxjq out there though. Left him down to about 25 HP. But at 21-0 and 8 minutes 13 gone, you've got to say that Toxjq peaking just at the right time.
Yeah, he really is, and you know, he's turning on the game and he's playing the way he should be playing, and he's doing, basically, he's being toxic. That's, I mean, you can't put it any other way. He's being toxic. 24-0.
Stick him on minus.
Little banter there from the crowd as well. Again, 24-0. 24-0. Toxjq, did you say be quiet in the studio?
No, he says it's quiet in the
it's
studio.
quiet in the studio.
Not much cheering going on this match, as Toxjq is winning pretty handedly. I mean, he's pretty much taking Fatal1ty's ass and handing it to him on a platter.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's no other better analogy for that one. You know, we're 9 minutes in. It's 27-0. I forget the last time I saw a map like this. Fatal1ty might get something out of this though. 7 health left for Toxjq. Or maybe Toxjq will just carry on and destroy him a few more times with that little bit of health that he's got. Lovely rocket once again, flinging him against the wall, and another one down at the entrance to that red armor room. He's just looking for the, just looking to extend this one. 27-point lead at the moment. He's not going to be touched this last fifth of this game. In comes Fatal1ty though, and finally he's going to get a kill on the board, and the crowd cheer, of course, it has been the whole way through. Fatal1ty doing a good job so far of pushing this through. 27-1, you know, 26 points. Wow, and we're not even over yet. We've still got a full third here on Frantic.
Yeah, we just hit that 5-minute mark, and switching over to Fatal1ty, he's the one who got the last kill, so we're going to watch him down to 29 HP as Toxjq is playing Fatal1ty's game. Going to play defensive, and you know what, he could pretty much just run around the rest of the time and win the championship. Fatal1ty making his way out towards the middle, and there is Toxjq, and Toxjq is waiting for him with the lightning gun. Toxjq didn't go through. Another kill coming across the board for Fatal1ty.
Nice work there with the rockets. Flung Toxjq right across that gap in the middle, straight over the top of the lava, and he probably landed on that 25 health bubble over the other side as well.
I know it's a little bit of a far stretch, but if he can do it, this would be the biggest comeback in WSVG history.
It'd be the biggest comeback in the history of the world, I think. So 27-2, 25 points in 4 minutes. Just under that, in fact. It's going to be the tallest order ever for Fatal1ty, and I don't think he'll be able to manage that, but we'll see. You never know. He's not going to give up. Fatal1ty is one of those players that will play till the very, very last second. At the moment, he's only got 17 health. That falls down a little bit as he drops down from the upper tier in the yellow room. Toxjq coming out of the red armor room, and that health situation not really getting any better here for Fatal1ty. Toxjq knows that. He's going to shut him down again with that lightning gun. Pushes in again. Nothing off the spawn. He's only got that machine gun, the spawn weapon. He's going to try and pick something up. Tries to escape. Tries to trick Toxjq by going 3 ways around that red armor room. Didn't quite manage it though. Well, at least he's going to pick up the red. He might have a bit of a run on here.
He might, but you know, it's looking pretty grim for Fatal1ty, but you really got to hand it to Toxjq here, taking all that pressure, winning or losing the first set there to Fatal1ty, coming back and just completely destroying Fatal1ty on Monsoon, 28-6, and then an 18-16 on Placebo from Fatal1ty, pretty much giving us the most action we've seen in a really long time. You really got to hand it to Toxjq for taking all that, handling it all, and going back to playing the normal Toxjq game, which is starve my opponents completely, don't let them do anything, and looks like Fatal1ty coming in with another kill there. I can hear the gauntlet.
That would just top it off if he gets his 30th kill with it. I don't think he's going to stick to the good old LG, and he gets that 30th kill as well. 27-point lead going into the last couple of minutes here on Frantic. We've already seen some really, really great maps already in this game. 4-3 on the first map of Frantic. 31-18 on Placebo Effect, of course, to Fatal1ty. That won him the first set, and we had 28-6 to Toxjq on Placebo. 18-6, on Monsoon, 18-16 in overtime on Placebo to Fatal1ty, which pushed it, of course, into this third and final map here. And there's no other thing to say other than Toxjq really went back to how he should be playing. You know, this is the Toxjq of old, and the Toxjq that we've been seeing all year round.
Yeah, it really is, and you know, he's just going to finish out the rest of this one. We've got a minute and a half left, just under that. Switching over to Fatal1ty, seeing what he's doing. Toxjq's pretty much just waiting there on that spot for Fatal1ty to come. Makes his way over across the map and playing peekaboo a little bit with Fatal1ty, and Fatal1ty picks up another kill. Had a way to end it, Joe. End it strong. If you're going to end it anyway, end it strong.
Yeah, he's going to try his hardest. Like we said, Fatal1ty, really good sportsman, of course, will keep playing till the very last second here. And I'm sure, I mean, Fatal1ty, like we said, he's not won a single tournament this year. I bet he's surpassed all his expectations in getting to this final and doing such a great job of getting through Toxjq. See Fatal1ty, really aggressive move there. Rocket jump up onto that upper yellow spawn. A few grenades being tossed around as well inside that lower yellow. And one of them actually caught him there as he jumped and he flew all the way across. Again, a bit more LG being picked up. Fatal1ty still a long, long way away. I was going to say from the comeback, but I'm guessing that's not going to happen now.
No, it's definitely not going to.
One kill a second.
We've got 15 seconds left to go in the entire WSVG season of 2006. The crowd is starting their applause. This is going to be it right here. The handshake coming in, and Toxjq is going to be your winner of the $20,000 and a shiny new Rolex watch. 30-5 is your official score of the last one. Big round of applause. Toxjq ending off the season almost flawless.
Okay, so the final score of that one there, 30-5, and Toxjq, of course, finishing the season on an all-time high. He's the guy who's been dominating the whole year long, and now he gets $20,000 and a Rolex for his pleasure. Okay, it's just getting dressed, you know, the SK team being done proud here by Toxjq, you know. I believe. Oh, yeah. He's been such a forefront of the community, obviously winning so many tournaments this year, and you know the ones that he hasn't won, he's always finished very, very high in them. So over with Greg right now. It's going to be the man, Toxjq himself. Fatal1ty is there with him as well. Greg, what an absolutely amazing match.
This was amazing, really a heavyweight bout to decide the Quake4 season. And Fatal1ty, take me back to when you forced overtime. You were able to win that and push it for the final map. Did you think you had all the momentum?
Well, I knew I had a lot of momentum going towards my game, but, you know, I think, you know, if we went to a third map, I was hoping kind of Galang, because we never played against each other, and I knew on Frantic, he's, on odd percentage, he's definitely better. He's won more than I have. And it's actually my first time I ever beat Toxjq, so I definitely played one of my best games here for the finals, and was able to take the first best of 3 and almost got the last one, so it was very exciting.
Toxjq, you tell me, was that the most exciting total match, 2 sets, that you've ever played?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't remember really. The placebo game was in overtime. Then I started to get nervous. But I think in the second round, I think I get more adrenaline, and if I get like pumped up, I play a much better game because I concentrate more. But Johnathan played very well in the first round. He did all rails and played perfect tactical-wise. So I was impressed.
All right, I know what you're going to do with the Rolex. You're going to wear it. What about the $20,000?
I think I'm going to buy some things in the new apartment.
New apartment. Yeah. It's going to be really well decked out, I tell you what. Congratulations again to Toxjq. An amazing victory, battling throughout the past year to make it here, and then destroying the competition to prove he's the best Quake 4 player in the world. Everyone give it up, Toxjq, the champion.